what's up, everybody? JS Garrett here, and I am back with my good friend Vinny Tredici. How you doing, Vincent?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
I'm doing great, doing great. So, yeah, I'm excited to have this chat today. And what this is a pre-interview for an experiment that Vincent and I are going to do with the Rite of Deification combined with a healing ritual with Raphael. So this is going to be a double sacrificial rite. And we're doing this to see if it's possible to utilize this technique in order to heal a medical condition. Now, Vincent, are you comfortable with talking about what that condition is?
Absolutely, no question. Yes.
Okay.
The condition is cerebral palsy. It affects the motor control part of the brain, and it affects the limbs, legs, sometimes the arms, but it affects in terms of motor control. So I can't stand for more than 5 minutes before I have to sit down. I can't go across the room unless I have with my crutches or a walker. So I'd like to be able to not need those necessarily at all or so much.
Okay. All right, cool. Cool. So this is going to be really interesting, and we're not putting any expectations on this. I never promise anyone that I can heal them of an affliction, but I will give it a damn good try, and we will see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to record your ritual, and then we'll give it a few days for that to take effect, and then we will get on and we will talk about it in a post-interview and measure what the difference is since having the ritual done. Does that sound good?
That sounds absolutely fantastic.
All right, cool, cool. So the cerebral palsy, that is a condition in the brain and the nervous system.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right. So what I'm going to do with Vincent's ritual is I'm going to lay out the deification circle, and then I'm first going to summon Raphael, the divine surgeon, and I'm going to petition him to heal this affliction within Vincent, and I'm going to offer him a sacrifice on Vincent's behalf. Then I'm immediately going to turn around and evoke Vincent himself out of body in the presence of Raphael, and then make Vincent a sacrifice, petitioning Vincent to utilize the energy from this sacrifice in order to heal that affliction. And we're going to then dismiss Vincent back to his body and see what happens when that energy transfers, along with the facilitation of the healing with the spirit.
That's incredible.
Does that sound good?
I'm so looking forward to, I can't even tell you how I'm looking forward to this. This is something I've been looking forward to for some time.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it too. I cannot wait to do this right for you. And so I've got one thing that I need you to do on your end if possible. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Being that this is a condition in the brain and we are targeting the nervous system,
yes.
Would you be able to draw the sigil of Raphael on your forehead with, like, say, a red Sharpie before you go to bed?
If I can't find a red one, will a black one be okay?
Yes, that'll be fine. That'll be fine.
No problem.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to print out a large picture of your face, and I'm going to draw the sigil on your photograph over your forehead. And I'm going to use that sigil to evoke the spirit through the sigil. And,
okay.
Or use that picture to evoke the spirit through the sigil. I'm then going to offer you my own blood on the sigil on your behalf. I'm going to use my blood to open the sigil, and I'm going to place that picture into a silver basin and spill the blood of the rooster on top of your photo into that bowl. And then I'm going to say a prayer to the spirit, make a petition to the spirit to transfer that energy into you and heal you through that energy of the sacrifice. And then I will pour that blood into the bowl. I will place the body of the sacrifice, or pour the blood into the fire, place the body of the sacrifice onto the fire, give that a few minutes to incinerate, and then I'm going to immediately pull you out of body, and you'll be laying down on your end with the sigil drawn, and I will make you a sacrifice as well, and we will see what this can do.
I'm thrilled. I got a big giant grin on my face. I can't wait.
That is awesome. Awesome. I'm thrilled too.
Time.
Yeah, I'm really excited to try this. I've done the same type of ritual for some other people with serious health conditions and gotten the desired result. Now, like I said, I'll never promise anyone that I can heal them, but I will give it a damn good try.
I appreciate it more than you know.
Oh yeah, brother. I appreciate you. And
Thank you.
yeah, that's really all we got to talk about here on this pre-interview. So the next thing you guys will see is the ritual taking place, and then the follow-up chat that we will do afterwards.
Fantastic.
All right, brother. Take care, and I will see you in the flame shortly.
Have a good one, brother.
Take care.
Circle, creation of magic. Be the center of the universe in which all things formed and unformed, past and future, are brought into present reality. I seal this calling upon you, and I seal the power to perform your function within you eternal. So it is done. Wine, creation divine. Be the elixir that will make this flesh immortal. Be the blood of God which will purify this soul. Be the waters which will bring absolution. Be the nectar that will awaken this mind. I seal this calling upon you. And I seal the power to perform your function within you eternal. So it is done. Now call upon the four demonic gatekeepers, Ameman, Azazel, Abaddon, Belial. And come now, surround this circle, and hold space and protection over this sacred operation, ensuring the desired outcome is achieved. Space and protection over me. Space and protection over my home and family. Space and protection over the recipient. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I awaken you fire. I awaken you flame. And in doing so, I awaken the shadow. For only from within darkness may we behold the light. May the flames unite, and unite, and unite. So it is done. And by the power of Shem Yaza, I ignite the black sun. Start there, goddess of love and war. Hereby petition you and ask you to aid and assist me in this sacred operation. This most sacred rite of deification and healing. I ask that you ensure the success and that you safely escort the soul of the recipient to and from this ritual space. And bless them with the gifts of your power. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's always an honor to stand here. Shinyaza, maker of gods, come. Finyaza. Hail thou, basic angel, he who took up the sword and scythe against the angels of ignorance. He who said, fuck the slave gods. I shall descend to earth and forge men and women into gods and goddesses. And upon earth shall be our throne. I ask you to bless and consecrate this wine. Infuse this elixir with your power and essence, so I may take within me the strength to perform this sacred rite in the manner in which it should be performed, so the desired outcome may be achieved. Thank you. I drink the blood of Shinyaza. Take within me this strength. This is the evocation of Raphael and the deification of Vincent. I perform this rite for the purpose of healing this man of cerebral palsy, strengthening and empowering him on every possible level, and improving his quality of life. Raphael, Vinny Tredici. It's in this name. And I'll consecrate this ground with powdered bull's blood. And I raise and conjure all magical power within this circle by the power of these words. It's Rachu, Mantanto, Vespecha, Calpino. It's Ranta Menkala Metatsu Beltatsu. La Scala it's Racha Contantu Velchatsa. It's Rachu Mentantu Vespecha Calpimo. It's Ranta Menkala Metatsu Beltatsu. La Scala it's Racha Contantu Velchatsa. Of the blood, I call you. It's Russian Mentantu, the Speta, Calpino. Rata Menkala, Metatsu, Beltatsu. The Scala is Racha, Cantantu, Velchatsa. Nagat Atu Semat. Legions come forth. Surround this circle. Empower this rite. Clear the path for the spirit of Raphael and the spirit of Vincent to stand before me within the flames. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The scent of blood, I call you. Raphael, I evoke you. Raphael, come. Raphael, come. Raphael, come. Raphael, come. Raphael, healer of the sick, defender of the weak, divine surgeon of the universe. Hear my words, see my signs, and know that I request the universe to bring you before me. The scent of blood and bone, I call you. Raphael, I call and conjure you forth. Come now forth from the heavens and grace me with your presence. Come now and lay your healing hands upon them. Hear my words, see my signs. Know that I request the universe to bring you before me. I give you license to appear I give you power to manifest. I issue you the call to come. Raphael, come. Raphael, come. Raphael, healer of the sick, come. Raphael, defender of the weak, come. Raphael, divine surgeon of the universe, come. Raphael, who has healed so many at my request, come. My name is J.S. Garrett. It is I who calls you. Raphael, come now, descend unto me. Grace me with your presence within the circle. Come now and accept the sacrifice of burning flesh and blood I have to offer you. Come now and accept my petition on behalf of Vinny Tredici. Raphael, come. Raphael, come. Raphael. Thank you eternally for answering my call, for your swift and full attendance. Thank you for all the times you've healed me, for all the times you've healed my loved ones, for all those you've healed at my request. It's through this work I honor you, Raphael. I trust you, and I love you. I appreciate you more than anyone could ever know. Please accept these offerings. Powdered bulls, blood and bone. Fine red wine. I'm sure a drink is well for you. Raphael. Summoned you here on behalf of the man in this photo. His name is Vincent. Perform this rite on his behalf, as he suffers from a disease known as Cerebral Palsy. This is a disease of the nervous system in the brain. It is affecting every aspect of his life in a negative way. The doctors cannot heal this illness, but I believe wholeheartedly that you can. For anything is possible through the powers of magic, through the power of Raphael. Raphael, I petition you on this man's behalf. I ask you to lay your healing hands upon him, to fix the problem within him, to reach into his brain and correct his nervous system, and alleviate him of the symptoms, the pain and the trouble of the disease of cerebral palsy. It is within your power to do so, and I believe that it is, and I ask you to do exactly that, to heal this man, to reach inside him and heal him. Raphael, I hereby offer my blood on this man's behalf. His wife offers her blood as well. Your sigil is inscribed upon his head, as I have inscribed your sigil upon his photograph. Please accept this offering. May the power within my blood serve to empower this rite. May the desired outcome be achieved. I give my blood freely. I give my blood out of love. Receive the blessing of Raphael. May he lay his healing hands upon you. May he reach inside you and heal you. May you be healed of the disease known as cerebral palsy. May you suffer no more. No more pain. No more disease. No more disability. May you be stronger than you ever dreamed possible. Stronger and healthier than you've ever been before. Hail Raphael. Raphael, I now offer you this fine, healthy rooster as a sacrifice of burning flesh and blood on behalf of Vinny Tredici. Please accept this sacrifice. May the power of this sacrifice amplify the power of this ritual 100 times over, generating the energy and power necessary in order to heal Vinny's cerebral palsy. Raphael, accept this sacrifice. Absorb the blood and the body. Bless water and the power of the goddess of Sorte, I activate you for your healing properties and ask you to aid in the healing of entities. Raphael, in the power and strength of my blood, and the power from the blood of this sacrifice, be transferred directly into Vincent through the power of your sigil. May he be healed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Raphael, I thank you eternally for answering my call. Thank you eternally for accepting this sacrifice on behalf of Vinny Tredici. Thank you eternally for any help you're able to give in healing him from the disease of cerebral palsy. Raphael, I ask that you please remain present as I prepare to summon forth the spirit of Vincent, where I shall sacrifice to him in your presence for the purpose of healing his disease. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hail Raphael. I now call and conjure forth the spirit of Vincent to stand before me within the flames, to stand in your presence. I evoke you. Hear me and answer me, for no one can refuse me. Prince of power, come. Vincent, brother in darkness, come. Vincent, who bows before no one, come. The scent of blood and bone, I call you. Hear my words, see my signs, and know that I command the universe to bring you before me. So I may honor you in spirit, as I honor you in the flesh. I may offer you the sacrifice that will heal you and make your flesh immortal. Vincent, come. Vincent, come. I call and conjure you forth from your body. Come now. Let go of the flesh and take your place within the triangle. Come now. Let go of the flesh and take your place within the flames. Come now, let go of the flesh and stand before me in the presence of Raphael. Come now and accept the sacrifice of burning flesh and blood I've prepared to offer you. Meds and death help me. Hello, Vincent. You showed up quickly. Thank you for answering my call. By the power of Shemyaza, I command you to remain within this triangle until you're dismissed. The sacrifice has been made. As you know, Vincent, I've summoned you here for the purpose of healing you from the illness that plagues you known as cerebral palsy. I offer you a sacrifice of burning flesh and blood in the presence of Raphael for the purpose of giving you the strength, energy, and power in order to heal from this illness. I now offer you this fine young rooster as a sacrifice of burning flesh and blood. So you may take strength and power from this sacrifice. You may use all of the energy from this sacrifice to heal your physical body of the illness that plagues you, to heal your nervous system of cerebral palsy. Vinny Tredici, accept this offering. Thank you. Thank you for yourself. Vincent, receive this energy. Absorb the blood and the body. Vincent Tredici, by the power of Shemyaza, by the power of the goddess Astarte, and by the priesthood of Raphael, command you to utilize all of the energy from this sacrifice of burning flesh and blood to heal your physical body of the disease known as cerebral palsy. By the power of this rite, you may be restored to full physical health. May you receive the blessing of Raphael. May his power flow through you and into your body. May he reach inside you and heal you. May he rewire your nervous system. This disease shall plague you no more. Raphael, I ask you to facilitate this healing. Restore Vincent to full physical health. He may be stronger than he has ever been before. Hail Raphael. Slut water, by the power of the goddess Astarte, I activate your healing power and ask you to aid in the healing of Vincent Tredici. Accept this offering, Vincent. Tredici, I thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you eternally for answering my call. Thank you eternally for allowing me to perform this rite on your behalf. Thank you for having the balls to go through with this. Many hear the call, but few have the balls to answer the call. May this rite bring you all that you desire and more. I now dismiss you. Go now. Return to your body and utilize all of this strength, energy, and power to heal your physical self. Go now. Return to your body. Rise as a God in the flesh, deified through burning flesh and blood, and touched by the healing hands of Raphael, the divine surgeon. So it is done. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, what's up, everybody? I'm J.S. Garrett, and I'm back here with Vincent Tredici. We have previously performed his Rite of Deification combined with a sacrifice to Raphael for the purpose of giving him physical healing and physical strength. So we're just going to recap on that rite and talk about what we both experienced on each of our ends. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. I've been really looking forward to this chat because your
Me too, dude. I've been stoked.
your ritual
I've
was
been
quite
stoked.
intense. It was quite intense, and I definitely had some crazy experiences on my end. And you and I have not talked about this off camera so far. Like, so this is fresh. This is organic. This is brand new, and so we're going to delve into what exactly we both experienced and what the results of this ritual have been.
Okay, great. I'm down.
All right,
I'm
man.
thrilled.
So
Let's get in it.
yeah, let's get in it. Let's delve right into it. What did you experience on your end?
Well, it wasn't a sound sleep. I have to tell you that. It was restless. Um, I went to sleep just fine. I kind of fell into a deeper meditation than I normally do because I normally meditate on a regular basis. So stuff like that is not uncommon to me. However, this was like I fell into a hole. I fell into a hole and I was left in the air. I never hit the bottom of this hole.
Okay.
So when I came up from that hole and woke up, that was the first time I found burns on my face.
You had burns on your face from the ritual.
Correct, correct, correct. I had burns on my face, one across the bridge of my nose, and one burn on either side of my cheek. I'm assuming that was Raphael's touch. I'm not assuming. I can almost guarantee you that's what it was.
Well, that would make sense. I mean, we had you draw the sigil of Raphael on your forehead, correct? And
Right.
your wife Morgan charged and opened that sigil and anointed that sigil with her blood. And then I also printed out a picture of your face, an up-close picture, and I drew the sigil across your forehead as well and anointed that with my blood in order to open the sigil. So that is
Right.
pretty fucking trippy that you had. What kind of burns were they? I mean, they obviously weren't like severe burns. So I'm guessing like first degree type burns.
They were, yeah, they were superficial. Superficial. If you got really close, you can see them. I have a photo that I will definitely send you to show you the actual burns that were brand new when I got up, and they were fresh. And my wife was like, "What is this?" And I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. She's going, "Ben, your face is burnt." I'm like, and I looked in the mirror. God damn, they were burnt. I'm like, and she was like, if you think about it, Raphael's touch, he just touched me with the 3 fingers because he doesn't need much. And there they were. And I mean, they're beginning to fade now. But again, it's been, what, 3 days?
Yeah, it's been about 3 days since we did this. And, one of the things I did after I traced over your photo in the sigil with my blood, I took 3 fingers,
Right.
and stuck them to the photo, and I held that it stuck to my fingers as I was speaking my intention before placing that into the fire. So that is incredibly interesting.
May you receive the blessing of Raphael. May he lay his healing hands upon you. May he reach inside you and heal you. May you be healed of the disease known as cerebral palsy. May you suffer no more. No more pain. No more disease. No more disability. May you be stronger than you ever dreamed possible. Stronger and healthier than you've ever been before. Hail Raphael.
That's incredible. Because those 3 marks are on my face.
Wow.
And I know I know I was there in front of you at some point that night. I mean, I was there. I felt it. It was like I had completely I felt this one time before during the surgery that I had, where I came up out of my body, and I literally was looking at my, I guess, my skeletal being, laying, continuing laying in bed, and that's what it was like. That's the best way I can describe it. And I was out of my body for, I don't know, a good 5 to 6 minutes. I mean, if you had to give it some kind of time frame, it could have been 2 seconds, but it felt like more like 5, 6 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
I was right there in the circle.
Wow, dude. Okay, so did you remain awake for the entire ritual, or did you pass out?
No, I was in and out. I was in and out. I was not completely asleep. I kept waking up at different times, trying to have conversations. Couldn't tell you what I was talking about for the most part. Maybe some gibberish, a little bit of gibberish. And I'm looking at my wife. She's kind of smiling at me, going, "Yeah, it was gibberish."
Wow, dude.
But it was. And here's the kicker: the cross that I wear on my neck. I've never taken this cross off. My inverted cross, I've never removed it. It was laying behind me, and the bell was not broken. It was removed from my neck, and the bell was not broken.
Wow, dude. So if it wasn't broken, do you think that would like have to essentially pass through a solid in order for that to fall off of your neck?
I presume so.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Do you take that as a sign that you don't need to wear that anymore?
Nope, I take it as a sign. At that particular moment, it needed to come off.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with, as far as I'm concerned, it was charged somehow, and I put it back on. It's remained on, and that's how I see it.
dude.
You know what I mean?
That's pretty incredible. So how have you been feeling since the ritual?
Sharp. I've been feeling really sharp. I've been able to do things that I haven't done in some time. Now, let me put this in perspective. CP is not a disease that progresses necessarily, but with age, it becomes a hindrance.
Yeah.
Okay, so at 46, I have arthritis and all those things that come with being, getting older, on top of cerebral palsy. I'm able to do stuff that I haven't been able to do in, I don't know, a good 3 years. And that's the truth. And that feels pretty good. I'm a little bit quicker. I'm a little bit more agile. Now, I don't expect everything to happen immediately. I expect it to be a gradual thing.
Yeah.
Because I can feel it. It's gradual. It's every day. One of the things that my wife noticed right away is I used to wake up every morning like I was on fire. I mean, literally on fire. I finally got up that morning. She felt me, and I felt completely normal in terms of my body temperature. That hasn't happened in months.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good thing for sure. So have you had more physical energy?
Yes, without a doubt. I feel like running a marathon, but let's face it, I know I can't. But my stamina, I have more stamina. I'm faster in respect of me doing things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was never slow, but I'm much more agile, which makes me faster. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's awesome.
And like I said, I think it worked. It worked. What was it like when you're in? I can't even imagine.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. So what it was like on my end, I started out with the evocation of Raphael. I called him in until he came in very strong. I offered my own blood upon his sigil that was on your photograph, and I essentially petitioned him to aid in healing you to the best of his ability and to improve your quality of life. And then I immediately turned around and called you forth out of body and made a sacrifice to you in his presence, asking him to help facilitate that healing as well as petitioning you directly to utilize the energy from the sacrifice to heal and improve your physical body. And I will say that in itself was extremely intense. But whenever I summoned you in, particularly, it was like you did not come by yourself. It was like you showed up with an entire army of entities that came with you, and it was like a blanket of static electricity slowly descended onto the ritual circle and engulfed me and engulfed everything. Like there was a buzzing in the air, and and my entire body was vibrating very profusely, and I became pretty disoriented there for a little while, and it was just due to the level of power. Like it was almost like it was kind of like a tornado, like a metaphysical tornado was taking place inside the circle the entire time, from the time Raphael showed up, and that it really intensified when you showed up. And then as soon as I dismissed you and thanked Raphael for his help, all of that slowly dissipated, and I came back down to reality. And I looked at my wife, and I was just like, "Holy shit, that was fucking crazy! Like that was awesome." And so yeah, I mean, it's only been 3 days since we did this. I definitely want to follow up with you a few months down the road and see how you're doing.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. If you had to put a number on it, saying from 1 to 10, putting a scale, I never give anything a 10 because I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
I would say a 6. And the 6 is pretty damn good in comparison to. It's gonna be a thing that's gonna continue for a while. I can feel the energy going through every single day. It's almost like when I meditate now, it's 10 times stronger, and I mean 10 times. It's wild. I had a question. You said I came with a crew, as you say. Do you think it was Belial and Abaddon and Azazel?
Well, they were actually already there because I summoned before we started the ritual.
I know, even though they were there, you think they like piled in and said, "Fuck it, we're going in."
I think that you came with familiar spirits that have been assigned to you by these entities. And another presence that I sensed very strongly was Lucifer himself. And that was why I was so disoriented towards the end of this ritual, because standing in his presence always does that to me. It was incredibly powerful. And you also had some what I would call primal spirits, like I call them animal spirits. They're very primal, and they take the forms of animals, and those I believe showed up with you as well.
That's pretty incredible. I've never really, I've always kind of known they've been there, but no one's really ever verified that for me, because you can't always see certain things. I mean, I'd like to say that I could see everything, but let's face it, we can't.
Yeah.
So it's nice to know that those particular entities and animal presence are there, especially Lucifer. There's no question. He's been with me since day one.
Since the beginning.
So it was nice to know. Yeah, since the beginning. Since I was 13 years old. And that's I could say for certain that was him.
I believe so.
I just didn't think he would join me in that particular circle,
Yeah, dude, that's incredible. Well, I feel really good about this, and
I do too.
I wanted you to come on and just be honest about what you experienced. If you experienced nothing and saw no improvement, I wanted you to be honest about that. But
no, and that's why I want it to be organic and no bullshit. Because the last thing I want to do is tell somebody that, "Oh, fuck, it happened," but nothing really happened. Because that to me is shit. I can't hang with that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be, I knew we were only going 3 days out, so I wasn't going to speak to anybody. I desperately wanted to talk to you, but I know if I told you, it wouldn't be as organic.
Yeah, then
So,
then it would be like we were rehashing the same conversation again. So
no.
yeah, like I said, I prefer to do it that way. And this has been, dude, this has been one hell of an experience for me. And it's been an honor to do this with you, like to have this whole
It's
experience.
an absolute honor to work with you as well. And if I can do anything for you at any time, don't even hesitate to ask.
I definitely will, brother. And yeah, I appreciate that. You know, and I don't expect anything from this other than being allies and friends with you and your wife. And
You got it.
yeah, I'm so thankful for that.
Well, as your arms always, you know that, bro. Without a question. Without a
Yeah,
question.
brother. Oh yeah, well we will touch base in the near future. We'll give it a few more weeks or maybe a month or so, and we'll jump back on and see what else has transpired from this ritual. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this.
You're more than welcome.
Oh yeah,
You're more
man.
than welcome.
Hail the Infernal Empire. We will talk soon.
Take care, guys.